We have some incredibly exciting temp trades going on. I will be opening them one at a time. Thank you for Bad with Balisongs for the loaners. And while I open this, like, comment, subscribe, click that bell. Um, Go to therapy. That shit's really helpful. Okay, this is empty. Right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I have so much garbage down here. Alright, and now here we have two things. First, we're gonna look at this. Machine wise, it's a wide box. Huh, alright, we have in here the machine wise. Oh, alright, we still got the hole from below. This is the Sasori. We also have some weights in here. These are hollow weights. I will double check what's in here already. Cute little packaging. The Sasori, these might be solid weights. All right, so the Sasori is a machine-wise balisong. This is a trainer. Sorry for bumping the mic. And it is aluminum. It is channel, but it has a spacer system on the bottom where you can easily swap out weights. You don't need to disassemble the knife. Very cool. To compare, here is a Serif handle and a Marin blade. And if you have not already seen content, you can see how much longer the Serif is. The handles are longer, the blade is a little longer. So let's give this away real quick. And I will be trying out these weights as well in this first impressions. 3.70 for the weight. All right. So this is a smidge handle bias. Very nice grip. It's a little bit indented here. So you can kind of see, hello, focus please. So yeah, you can see that groove. And the groove has a texture. It's nice. Press fit Zen pins. Here's also some bite handle indicator and like this choil up here. Trainer's pretty cute. Alright, this is nice. I'll have to double check what the price is for my full review, but I gotta say, this flips really well. Actually, let me double check the price right now, because it's got me curious. Okay, machine-wise Sasori. There's also the Totori, which is the titanium sandwich, and apparently there's also a titanium Sasori, but there's not a lot of them. $275 for a Turbo Blem Live Blade. I do not know what the Sasori costs retail. For a live blade, it's probably more, but for a folder, it's... or not folder, for trainer, it's going to be cheaper. Now, I will say that this is significantly more. A live blade Sasori being $275. It's, again, I do not know what the trainer is. The Prismas were closer to, like, I think 120, and the Prisma Pros I think were 180. So it is a jump in price for sure. The shorter handles are a bit of more conventional flipper style. The machine-wise style were much more long and thin. These handles are still very thin. They feel thin in the hands. Jimping is nice. Actually, let's compare the jimping of the Sasori and the Sasori jimping and the Serif jimping actually aren't that different. If anything, the Sasori jimping is a little smaller, a little more subtle, but not. It doesn't feel like it's lacking. And I do love that the weight spacers are jimped as well. They're flushed with it. There's even jimping on this one here. Oh boy, hello. The jimping, well, you know what? I actually will take that back. That I wish it was a little deeper, and especially because the aluminum is slippery. There's no texture on the back at all. This is completely smooth and very, very slippery here. It's not terrible, this amount of texture here. I will say with these weights, it does feel a smidge handle bias, but really good momentum. Like, oh wow, this is super easy to flip. Like, it flips well. There's no doubt about it that this is a good Balisong. This is a good flipper. Let's fuck around. This is probably T15. Let's fuck around with the weights here, shall we? Okay. I'll compare the difference between the weights. Ready? Ooh, that's on firm. Come on. Come on. Thankfully, it is T15 because holy shit. I just assembled some of my folders earlier to clean them, and T6, I swear to God, is like the worst invention ever. T8 is also just not something that I'm a fan of, but at least they're not stripped. Like some of them stripped, but T15 is so nice, especially for a Balisong that is designed to be like played around with, trial and error things. There's 3 weight configs, so I guess I will. Yeah, these are the solid ones, so solid all the way through. I guess technically 4 weight configs. I'll try it with the screws in, without weights in, for curiosity's sake. And I can flip it real quick without any screws, but it might suck. Hello. So yeah, this is similar-ish to BA Bally's, and I believe the machine is also like this, the Jimpy machine. I believe that like a bunch of different companies just kind of independently came up with a similar system at the same time. Who knows? Maybe you could argue that someone was first or that someone stole the idea. I mean, honestly, I doubt that someone stole the idea from someone else just because of how quickly in succession all of them happened to be announced and revealed. That they were all like within a few days or weeks of each other. So I legitimately think it is just a coincidence. Sorry, this one is giving me a little trouble to poke out. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you just have hardware that just is a little uncooperative. It's just a pivot screw, but pivots are pivots. Sometimes they give you trouble. There we go. This is not my Balisong, so I am trying to be careful with it, but sometimes you just kind of have to do that. Whoa! Yeah, with no weights in here. All right, actually, let's give it away real quick. With no weights, no screws. No weights, no screws. Oh, this texture is actually like really coarse. It is very designed to have something in there. 3.35 with nothing. And, you know, I probably won't even bother with just the screws. Oh, yeah, no, it feels bad without any weights. So, let's try light weights. As you can see, these weights have been hollowed out for less. And I will weigh it again. And just figure out how to sync this up. Okay. Oh, that's actually really cool. There's actually like a groove that it like slots in. So yeah, you can see that groove. So I was like, how do I put this in? And it's actually hard to mess up, and I put it in backwards. But it's really obvious when you put it in backwards, because then you're like, this looks stupid. So let me just flip this around. There we go. That looks good. Okay, let me just pop this in. So yeah, thanks again to Bad with Balisong for lending me this, and the next video you will see the other temp trade. Let's not use T10s. Hello, hello, hello. Please go in. I do think that Machine-Wise does make their hardware in-house, and it's nice, and it's actually only threaded for like half of it, so like you don't have to worry about like insane surface tension stripping the screws, as well as the fact that it's T15, which is brilliant and beautiful, and you never have to worry about it stripping. And if you do strip it, then I do not know what you have done to your screws or whatever to have that happen, but it's incredibly difficult to strip T15. Like, you got to be doing something crazy. T10 is totally fine. I'm not a fan of T8, and I hate T6. So, sorry. Also, I'm kind of persnickety about trying to get all my pivots to be on the same side. So if screws, I try to have all the screws on the same sides and all the pivots on the same side, like as in going in. Oh, is this the one that gave me trouble last time? It's giving me trouble now. Oh wait, no, maybe I'm just a fool. Oh god, nope, it is giving me some trouble. I don't know if it's the handle or if it's the screw itself is like extra thick or whatever, but sometimes you just kind of have to muscle it in. Kind of have to give it a wiggle. Nope, fuck. Bear with me, sorry, this is a process. It's like fast and easy, but even still there's like an amount of fuckery with hardware. Oh, fuck. Speaking of which, it's like it shouldn't be this hard. And yet, like, I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. Holy shit, seriously, dude. I'm trying putting it backwards just to see if that helps. Maybe it's like, yeah, so one of these holes is it's a little finicky, and I don't know why. It's the entrance of the, like, it's sticking out this way. It's not my knife, but definitely want to see if I can figure this out without a weight in. Oh, yeah, that's, like, really tight. Okay. This machining is insanely tight. Come on. Wow, I don't know why this is giving me so much trouble. Sorry. Now I'm just trying to fit this pivot through this one weight. Sometimes you gotta troubleshoot it. Jesus. It's... Okay, it's not me. This is just a really, really tight pivot. And a really, really tight weight. Like... Holy shit. Like, I don't know if this fits. That's really annoying, actually. It's like... It's really stuck. I might honestly just put a little lube on it to grease it through. Hello. Alright, hope that helps. It's not me. It's, these machining is so tight, almost too tight, arguably. Hello, Jesus. Okay, fuck it. I'll put it from this side. This is the hollowed one, so there's a little bit of... Yeah, that's unfortunate that this aperture of this hollowed weight is legitimately too small. So, if this was my knife, I would maybe ask for another weight, just because it's too tight. Come on. Alright, let's get this screwed tight enough so that I can fuck around with this Sasori. Okay. That is good enough. Oh yeah, let's give it away. Ooh, that's neutral. 3.63, so it's 0.07 ounces lighter. But this suddenly is like so neutral, like holy shit, like it is unbelievably neutral. I'm finding that fans were like, fans were really crazy good. Still has really good momentum too when I was doing rollovers. I will say that rollovers do feel better with the heavier weights, but of course you can't have it all. It fans nicely still with the heavier weights, like it is a little handle biased, but not like distractingly so. Not like a Reaper, Channel Reaper V1. But the rollovers are easier and smoother with the heavier weights. That is the default configuration. If this was mine, I don't actually know if I would keep the heavyweights or the lightweights. I'll fuck around with both. Right now, lightweights, dead neutral. Still rolls over well. Wow, this is an incredibly slick Balisong. Now, I will say that one thing that my friend mentioned was that he felt like that while it is a good flipper, it does lose a bit of the unique factor that a lot of other machine-wise knives do. A machine-wise knife historically feels like a machine-wise knife. Even across the different models, like I will say that while the Slift T felt the most different to me, the Prisma Pro and the Serif and the Opus did have this sort of quality of like a familiarity across the Machine-Wise brand. And now that they've left the Marin platform, I believe mostly retired outside of Serifs, possibly blades, because originally it was like you could make your own. It was build your own knife between all the different handle types and all the different blade types. But then the Slift T machines started being used for the Sonora as their $650 bushings integral titanium folder. And now I'm getting interested in folders. I go, oh no, it's still expensive for an expensive knife. At least Balisongs, there's a lot of fun things that you can do. Knives, pocket knives is mostly just flipping open and close. So the Ori platform, which I suggested, and then they're like, Blade Bias came up with this name. I'm like, what the fuck? I said this too. But yeah, the Ori platform for the Sasori and the Totori. I do not know if they'll make another one, and if they do, it'll have to have a similar name question. I mean, it doesn't have to. Marin was discontinued. They called it the Marin platform still. But yeah, the Ori platform is simply more conventional. Really good flippers. And I will say that this does introduce a new realm for competing with the Kraken, actually, because the Kraken is by far the most ubiquitous live blade. If the live blade it's a little bit more expensive for a Sasori live blade. Again, $275 for a blemished Sasori live blade. But having more flexibility with the weight system, it is much lighter. About 0.6 ounces lighter. I think the Kraken here, let me weigh this Kraken. Actually, I'll compare the two real quick. This being a clone that I was scammed into, 4.27. So yeah, opposed to 4.63 or 4.7. So like lengthwise, Kraken handles are actually a bit longer. Blade length, more or less on par. Let me just double check the handle lengths for Kraken versus Serif. Yeah, no, the Serif is still longer than the Kraken. Yep. So, yeah. Again, comparing the Sasori to the Kraken, the handles of the Sasori are shorter. The blade is roughly the same. I don't know. It's interesting. I was saying that the Kraken is kind of like the default live blade, and then there was the Prisma Pro, which was like, this could be arguably so. But even then, I wasn't sure. Now with the Sasori, I can say more confidently that this being like a competitor of the sort of ubiquitous live aluminum Balisong, still kind of pricey on the secondhand market. I'm sure that once this really gets kicking, there will be a lot of these, and you can find one used. Again, if you are interested in getting into the hobby, there's no better time than now because of just how many used knives there are, and the Sasori is eventually going to fill more of that. Apparently the titanium Sasori feels really good. I have not tried a Totori yet. I would like to try a Totori and a titanium Sasori at some point. But this is a bit pricey, but again, it is all American made. Machine-wise has a large enough factory that they have multiple employees, and it is a quality product. So I do not think it's not bullshit. It's a little pricey, but not that crazy relative to the price of a Kraken. And I think this is better materials from the Kraken. Let me just double check The Kraken might be 60-61. The Sasori is 70-75. What about the blade? The blade. 440C hardened stainless steel for the trainer blade. I don't know about the live blade. Hasn't said. Anyways, Sasori apparently means scorpion. So, this is cool. This is good. I will flip this some more. I will eventually do a full review for this Balisong. I'm going to be doing a full review of some other soon. But this has been the Machine-Wise Sasori. And it's pretty good. And it comes with 2 weight capacity. So that's already also a nice bonus. So if you like this, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mom I say hi. Tell your mom to subscribe. And click the subscribe bell. Click the bell thing. And you'll be alerted for when I do make a full review. Thank you again, Battle with Balisong. And check out the coffee in the description because a little bit goes a long way. I am excited to do more of these temp trades. But again, it costs money. So, yeah. Help a girl out. Until next time, stay tuned and happy flipping.